Yes, y'all. It's your boy Cam Legend. I hope all is well with you today. Today's video is going to be about the law of rhythm. Okay, I've already done a video on law of rhythm, but this is going to be more tailored to how to manipulate the law of rhythm in the current times that we live in. Okay, before I proceed, please press the like button. If you're a new viewer, please consider subscribing, and thank you to everyone that's been supporting me. I'm also doing 25% discount on name readings. The coupon code is in the description box, along with the other services I have available. Okay, now the law of rhythm. The law of rhythm is a universal law. It's a law stated in the Kybalion. And we see in this universe, by observing nature, that there is a rhythmic cycle of energy. Right now, the sun is setting, but we know the sun also rises. We know that we give birth to life, and we know that life must come to an end. We know that we have to wake up in the morning. We know we have to go to sleep at night. Okay? So there's a circadian rhythm to life. And within the word circadian, we see the word circ, like a circuit, like a circle, a never-ending cycle. And Earth has a cycle. We call this seasons. 4 seasons. And if we divide it into 2, we have spring and summer, which is the uplifting, the uprooting of energy, also known as positive, also known as push, also known as masculine energy. Then we have the other 2 seasons, which is autumn, aka fall, and winter, which is the pull and energy, negative energy, feminine energy. Okay? So we see in life that there's a rhythm. Another graphical representation of rhythm would be the sine wave. It goes up, it goes down. We have Monday to Sunday. Midweek is Wednesday, Thursday. What do we call Wednesday? Hump day. Like a camel. Like a camel's back. Hump day. So, I'm sure you I'm sure you understand this concept of the rise and fall. Right now, it's been 3 days after winter solstice, and the sun was at its most lowest peak, but it rose again. We also hear about Jesus dying and resurrecting after 3 days. So this is a physical representation or correspondence to the universe. Okay? So during winter solstice, you may have felt the most lowest of low that you've ever felt. But this is temporary. This is a time to go inwards. This is a time to feel the grotesque, the most gross, purge of feeling. It may be rough. This is what people call going through it. Okay? And during this time, you have the ability to reflect, because you may think that this is a time of being rock bottom, but you don't know there's levels to rock bottom. You've just may have felt this pillar of severity to a new pole that you've never felt before. But this is because during time, during a time where you should have been taking action to correct your wrongs, you didn't. And this is where the shadow gets involved. Ultimately, you have to gain experience. Your soul has to gain experience to know to do better. Because you may have thought that rough was rough, but you didn't know there's levels to rough. And you can feel this ultimate pole shift of rough during the time where the universe is at its lowest peak, or Earth is at its lowest peak. Okay? So people may say, well, what about businesses? What about people that are always elevating? They never seem to feel that pole shift. Well, they counterbalance. Companies like Microsoft, they manipulate the law of rhythm through philanthropy, giving away, giving back to the community. We see people do a lot of turkey giveaways during this lowest peak of Capricorn. Why? So they can escape the dark poles of polarity. They're balancing this pole. Okay? So a lot of businesses, they escape the law of rhythm, or the negative pole of the law of rhythm, through giving. And we know this is chesed in the tree of life, or Kabbalah. Okay, so this is how you become a magician. And understand, if you are feeling the negative poles or the negative pole effect of negativity, understand you have the ability to rise. Actually, this is how you gain a lot of energy, because we see a lot of people have a comeback story where they were down and out, but they never get so down that they go back to that same pole that they once were. So someone may have been homeless. Now they're a millionaire, billionaire, but they never become homeless again. Why? Because they have that mental experience of knowing what low felt like. So when they have the ability to give or relate with others that may be in a position of lack, they give. So now they have created their own orbic cyclic field. Okay? So I hope I've given an explanation of how to manipulate the law of rhythm. Understand, if you're down, you know, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Darkness is temporary. Darkness is actually ignorance. So in times of darkness, gain information from your experience to know to do better. Okay? And you can be a powerful magician through understanding darkness. Understanding that you don't know it all. Understand that you have the ability to manifest through your imagination. Just how we see the word magi in magician, we also see the word magi in imagination. Okay? So work with darkness to really gain information. Even me, I've gone through kind of a rough time. My laptop's down, so I'm just making videos off my phone right now and uploading straight to YouTube. But this was because I didn't fix a problem that I knew was there, you know? So we all have to deal with something during these times. And if you want to, you know, donate to help me get back on my feet in terms of making content behind the screen, you know what to do. Description box. But this is it. We all have situations that we go through. Nobody is exempt. And we can only do better through experience. Okay? But don't resist. That's one thing I'll say. Don't create a lot of resistance with what's happening. Just go with the flow. Even if your external reality looks like it's chaotic, whatever, go with the flow. It's only your attachment to those energies that creates that resistance. When you just go with the flow of life and do your best with your resources and your outcome, you see life will flow. I could just go, right now I have the ability to cry and say I can't make content because I don't have a laptop. That's a lie. I have an iPhone. I have Wi-Fi in my house. I have a voice to speak. I still work with the resources that I have. So this is what a magician rarely understands, is that they still work with those elements. In a time of chaos, you may want to bring out your phone, or you may want to bring out a notepad and say, okay, what can I do right now in these current times? Instead of sulking and losing days and losing time, which is your most valuable thing in this reality, look at what you can do to create effect in this reality. Because the law after rhythm is causation, cause and effect. What are you doing in this time frame of causality to project a new reality moving forward? Okay, so never dwell in times of adversity. Always understand you have the ability to bounce back. Understand that, you know, sulking shouldn't be a state of consciousness that you always stay in. And understand the universe has a rhythm, and so do you. You are not exempt to it. But once you become your own star, your own body of light, you have the ability to manipulate those rhythms. Why do you think a lot of celebrities do things that are humiliating? They do these humiliation rituals where people laugh at them or people shame them. They put these stories out on purpose so you can give them those energies of sympathy, so then they can get the polar opposite of joy and bliss afterwards. Okay? So this is it. Understand, like, if someone's laughing at my situation, just in general, like if someone's laughing at my situation and they think that I'm down and out and all these kind of things, that's fine. That's fine, because the universe is going to polar shift that for me, you know? And that's how I managed to live in where I'm living now. A lot of people telling me I couldn't do it, but the universe showed me I could, bigger than I could even imagine. I just had the vision, but the universe had the actual objective reality waiting for me, okay? So this is it. The universe is always working in your favor, okay? Peace.